Hey guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it's all about classic bodybuilding. Today we're going to talk about my workout split. A lot of people have asked it, so I'm going to show you exactly why and how I train the way I do, using the classic golden era exercises, methods, thought processes, and it has obviously worked because I've made a lot of progress using these methods and I want to share them with you. So my workout schedule is actually 2 weeks instead of one. So you've got week 1, but then week 2 will look different, and then you have week 1 again. So it's a 2-week split basically, and I'm going to show you right now. So, as I mentioned, my current workout split consists of 2 different weeks, and that has everything to do with the fact that I'm cutting down for my competition, which is in about 2 months from now. So, for cutting, this is especially great, but it would fit anyone's needs in my opinion, and I'm going to explain this in depth, but here's a quick overview for people who find it useful. So, let's start off with week 1. I train 6 days a week. That allows me to train every muscle group twice a week, as you just saw. And starting off with Monday is legs, quad dominant. So what I do here is exercises like the back squat, the hack squat, the thumb plats, hack squat, leg extensions, and I also do calves. And I really try to focus on the quads on this day rather than the hamstrings, because they get worked automatically during the compound exercises, but I have a separate day for hamstrings altogether. And on Tuesday we do a back width workout and biceps. Now the back width workout pretty much consists of a lot of pull downs, lat pull downs, underhand pull downs, narrow grip pull downs and pull ups, etc. And we train back thickness on another day of the week. I like splitting these up. And on Wednesday, it's chest and tricep time. This is not set in stone, but I like to alternate between machine work and barbells and dumbbells, so free weights. So for example, on Wednesday, I would do hammer strength exercises, cable crossovers, machine dips, but always a dumbbell pullover though. And on the other day, I do more dumbbell and barbell work, just to alternate how the chest is being targeted. Now Thursday is another leg day, so I train legs twice a week as well, but this time I focus solely on the hamstrings, and I do those hard. Hamstrings are one of my weaknesses, so I really try to hammer them on this day. So I do a lot of sets of laying leg curls, seated leg curls, and then stretch them out with stiff leg deadlifts and hyperextensions, and finishing off with 2 calf exercises. And Friday we are starting with back and biceps again, but this time we train back thickness. So a lot of rowing movements like the T-bar row, the narrow grip bent over row, the underhand barbell row, the dumbbell row, etc. And now for biceps, I usually do one regular exercise like the barbell curl, and then follow up with specific exercises to enhance the peak, such as concentration curls, close grip curls, etc. Saturday is my rest day, depending on how I feel. I've recently been going to the gym actually on Saturday though, to train forearms and calves and do some cardio. Not that intense, but it's just to stimulate those body parts a little more and burn a little more calories. Now Sunday is another chest and triceps day. On Sunday I like to train with a lot of free weights, so we usually start off with either the bench press or the incline bench press, then moving over to an incline military press, a flat dumbbell fly, some body weight dips, and the dumbbell pullover of course. And for triceps I always like to train each tricep head in every single tricep workout. But I like to change up the order, so one day I might start out with the long head using an exercise like the French press, then do the small head with the rope push down, and finish off with the medial head by doing a close grip press, but this order can change from each workout. Now, week 1, which you just saw, is a pretty typical split that most people are familiar with, a bit at least. Now let's move on to week 2, which is going to be different, but actually very classic like the golden era. The only 2 days I keep the same are the leg days. So, starting off with Monday, we do a quad dominant leg day again. Now, it starts getting interesting from Tuesday on. On Tuesday, we usually train back, but this week it's all about supersets. And like Arnold Schwarzenegger used to do, I have started training back and chest together in the same workout using supersets. He always did this a few months before contest because it really does help cut down your body fat percentage. So, because we normally do back on this day, on Tuesday, we start off every superset with back and then move straight on to chest. So, for example, we could start out with a lat pull down and then move over to the bench press, do 5 supersets, pyramid style reps. So, start off with 15 reps on each exercise, then 12, 10, 8, and 6. You know, that's the best way to really get the maximum effect out of both exercises, because even after the first exercise of these supersets, you're already fatigued and pumped. This is how effective these classic workouts are. Very good for burning energy, yet still involving the muscle a lot. So to me, this is a great way to cut down. And on the next day, on Wednesday, we train arms. We'd normally train chest and triceps today in week 1, so we start out every superset with triceps and then biceps. I like to start with a skull crusher or a French press and then moving on to the barbell curl. You can get a lot of volume in these supersets, yet training 2 different muscles, so the pump that you will get during this workout and the previous workout is unbelievable. I really recommend you try out a week of these supersets and you will be amazed. And on Thursday we hit legs again, just like week 1, hamstring dominant. But if we started out with laying leg curls the week before, we now do seated leg curls and vice versa. And I do around 10 sets nowadays during the first hamstring exercise, so it really does make a difference which exercise you choose to start with, but make sure that every single set counts. So start off with 30 reps, squeezing as hard as you can, and eventually end with 10 to 12 reps as you feel your hamstrings blow up. Sometimes you have to take drastic measures to make your weaknesses go away. Moving on to Friday, chest and back. Now we turn the supersets around, so we emphasize the chest a little more. Always remember, the first exercise you do, whatever you start with, is what you can put most energy into. So if you would always do your supersets by starting with back, your chest would eventually fall behind because back keeps being a priority. So it's important to switch this around. So for this, I'd start with an inclined bench press and a T-bar row, for example. A very good and exhausting combination indeed. And I always end my chest and back days with the dumbbell pullover, finishing off both muscle groups at the same time. There is no better finisher than this. And on Saturday, it again depends on how I feel. If I, especially this week, you can feel a lot more fatigued than in week 1. But this is a standard forearm and calf day if I do go to the gym. So, it's a 50-50 chance if it's a rest day or I'm gonna go for the gym. For forearms and calves. And Sunday, the last day of the week, we hit arms. Starting off with biceps this time and then triceps. I also like starting off with a close grip machine sometimes to really get the biceps pumped and focus on the contraction, and then hitting the skull crushers or French press to fill out the entire triceps. And I haven't talked about abs yet, but I just do these every other day. I at least try to do these 2 to 3 times a week in combination with the vacuum exercises, which I will show you in another video. And you guys, I hope you got something out of this video, and leave a comment with what you want to see next. Thanks for all the support. Let's blow this channel up. Let's spread the golden era classic bodybuilding art, form, physique message. And always remember to stay golden, guys.